So here's the way I read the Brock Purdy situation. This is unprecedented territory. These injuries are baseball injuries. And pitchers come back in 6 to 7 months, but they don't have to worry about getting hit. Football, it's different. The only other quarterback that's had this procedure is Nick Mullins. So let's compare Nick Mullins to Brock Purdy. Nick Mullins had this procedure on January 26th, 2021. That's about 6 weeks before Brock Purdy in the offseason timeline. Nick Mullins was cleared to participate in training camp. He was signed by the Eagles, didn't participate in OTAs or minicamp, but he was there for training camp, got good reviews from reporters, was fully cleared, played in preseason, was awful. I mean, say what you want about Nick Mullins, but he was way worse than normal. He completed 55% of his throws. He averaged like 8 yards per completion. He was just checking down and not particularly effectively, and he was really erratic. So he got waived by the Eagles. Then he got picked up, put on the Browns practice squad. He eventually started a game week 15 for the Browns that year. Again, didn't have an arm, averaged like 7 yards per completion. He was just trying to survive while his arm was coming back. So was he cleared? Yes. Was he good? No. He was way worse than normal. It took him a year to get back to what he always is. Now he's back, which is good news for Brock and his future. But if they have Brock come back this year, first of all, he's 6 weeks behind where Nick Mullins was. No guarantee he'll get any training camp or preseason. And even if he does, based on what Nick Mullins went through, who's the only other quarterback who's had this procedure, Purdy's going to stink. He's not going to play well. I mean, he's not physically that much different than Nick Mullins. He's a little bit quicker, but in terms of stature and build, they're pretty freaking similar. So if you want him to make a full recovery, that's probably the next time we see Brock Purdy play like he played against Seattle in the playoffs or Seattle in Seattle or down the stretch last year against the Cowboys, that'll probably be 2024. So he could play this year. He'll probably get cleared, but is he going to give the Niners the best chance to win? I don't know. He doesn't know. And if he doesn't, will he play? Probably not. And that's why he said probably what he said. It's a fair thing to say. I don't know if I'm going to play this year. I don't know if I'm going to give the Niners the best chance to win. We'll see what happens. We'll take it one day at a time. It's a fair way to approach it, but I think it's quite likely that he starts a season on PUP. And if Trey Lance or Sam Darnold or whoever they draft this year is winning, they'll just roll with it and say, you know what, we got Brock next year. He's our franchise quarterback, or maybe, and we'll have him 100% next year. No reason to rush it. Because if you rush it and bring him back this year, what are you getting? If Nick Mullins is any indication, you're not getting anything close to what you had last year.